What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Backline Gear Review. I'm your host, Chief Redbeard, and today we take a look at Amped Roots by ML Sound Labs. All right, guys, so as most of you out there, we are pretty much at this point confined to our bedroom as some kind of bedroom player, bedroom band, bedroom studio, whatever the case may be, or if you are lucky enough to have a nice place at your house where it's not necessarily confined to a bedroom, maybe you have your own space or something that you could go to. But what we are doing at this point in time is we are ever growing into kind of shifting away from full-on tube amps and things of that nature to the amp sim world. So most of us out there really enjoy our tube amps. We want to keep going with it. We absolutely love it. However, there is a time and place for amp simulators out there, and they are becoming better and better and better and better as we go on. So today, what we are going to be looking at is the Amped Root Sims by ML Sound Labs. So what this is a collaboration between Ryan Fluff Bruce and Miko over at ML Sound Labs to create basically Fluff's different set of amps. And it is titled the Amp Root. So what we're doing here is we're looking at the interface itself. It is very clean, very easy to use, and could be very useful to anybody that wants to be able to get that sound without having to plug in all of their amps, set everything up, mic a cab up. You'll be able to get it all done here. This particular model here that we have up is the 5034, and as you can see, it's very straightforward. So if you are used to those tube amplifiers, this will come at no shock to you on pretty much how to use it. Right now we've got gain at half here, low at half, mid half. Everything's at noon here. So we got the gain, low, mid, high, presence, volume. We have a cab IR, and you can turn that off or you can keep it on. And this is a specific cab that is designed for this plugin here to be able to use with it. And it sounds really good. So today we're actually going to be doing that. However, you are able to load in your own IRs if you just click the little IR button here. If you have anything to load up, you can, or you can run any type of other third-party software such as GGD, Zillacabs, anything like that, along with this amped roots here. So you also have an output and an input on each side, your effects on and off, and we'll get to those over here. So with this edition of the ML Sound Labs plugin, so far there is a noise gate, an overdrive, and a reverb available. Now, before, when it first came out, if you are one of the first people to get this plugin, the reverb was not available. It is available now to you. All you have to do is update the plugin, and it is pretty simple to use. So as I know right now, I believe the 122 should be the most current set on the plugin. So pretty easy to use here. You have your threshold on your noise gate, your drive, tone, and levels. Just click it on and off, as well as your reverb on and off. You have a time, a tone, and a mix. All right, and then up here we have our different amp selections. So we have the 5034 Fluff, the 5150 Fluff, the Freeman Fluff, and the Mega Fluff. So they are exactly pretty much how they sound here. We also have your different presets for each of those amps. Again, your pedal board and your license manager, which is already licensed to me, so no need to take a look at that. But if you want to, you can download the 5034. We're going to go through quite a bit of that today. You can download the 5034 for free, so you can try it out. You get all the features with it. You just won't get any of the other amps, but that is pretty awesome in today's times. Again, if you're unable to do that, you're trying to get that demo ready for your band, you're trying to really get going, what you want to do is just, you can download this and you can have some great sound. So I want to show a little bit of those to you now. So this is at the high noon. And for some reason, I have the gate on right now, but this thing actually comes to where the gate is off, which I find a little odd. You would think in most high gain settings that gate would actually be on for you, because if not, it can become pretty noisy. You guys should be able to kind of hear it there. A lot of static come from the guitar. And just real quick, I am using my PRS S2. This has the bare knuckle juggernauts in it. If you want to see more on this guitar, I will link in the description below. but one of my favorite guitars that we're going to be using here. Sorry, cable's in the way. All right, so we're going to go ahead and engage that. I don't have that very high just so we can kind of really let the amp breathe a little bit here and be able to hear what it sounds like. But so the high noon with no drive on will actually sound like this. No, it won't because I turned the cab off. So let's turn that back on, and now it will sound like this. All right, so pretty awesome sounding amp there. Nothing too crazy going on, but as you can see, or rather hear, we get a great sound right out of the box here, even at the high noon for everything going on here. Again, I had that cab IR off. Again, if you want to run that, you would need some type of third-party IR for that. If not, you'll be able to just use the one that comes with the setup here. So we've got some dad rock here. Let's see how that sounds. Little crunchy, kind of very, very low gain setup there for you. Not too particularly fond of that one myself, but I like the higher gain, some punk rock. So it looks like we got gain still pretty low. The lows and the mids are cut with highs up. Presence up, volume at noon. This one, yeah. Okay, so not too bad there. Let's get through a couple more. Let's go ahead and look at the Gent Kit, everybody's favorite. So this one actually has a noise gate that is on for it, as well as the overdrive. Pretty good there. So let's take a listen to this one specifically. This has a pretty good tone there with the drive off. So it really does, you know, as they should, kind of tighten up that low end a little bit, give you that nice boost there. Let's see here, and then Fluff's preset. So this is what he would do. Find it hard that it wouldn't have the overdrive on, but nevertheless. So pretty good tone there. Let's go ahead and see what his preset would be like with the tone, the overdrive on here. All right, so not too bad. So let's go ahead and go through some of these other ones. So now, again, all of this is free if you get the plugin just by itself with just the 5034. You can get the free download for that. It is an incredible value. Obviously, it's free, and as you can see, or hear rather, it sounds incredible. And you could really start either getting some demos, some really nice sounds. I actually recorded a song probably a few months ago, and I did use this one before I even upgraded to the paid version of this plugin, and it actually sounded really, really good. So I was really, really happy with that. So let's go ahead and go to the 5151. So it's kind of going to be like a 5153, I would imagine here. So this is all at high noon preset for this. little woofy there, a little bit of a mess. Let's try to get off of that. And let's go back to, let's try something else here. Alternative rock. Let's see how that is. Really opens up there. That's much better. All right, so not too bad there. Let's see what else we got. Let's go ahead and try out the Gent Kit here. All right, so on that one, let's see if we got anything on the pedal board listed. Yeah, so both noise gate and the overdrive are on. So drive pretty much off, tone up, level at mid there. Not too bad. Let's take a look at Fluff's preset. Again, no drive on here. All right, so let's go to move on. We're going to go to the Freeman. So this would be, I believe, off of his butter slacks, if I'm not mistaken. So everything at high noon on this. So let's move on. Let's go ahead and we'll just go to the Gent Kit on every single one of these. So naturally with any of this, you can dial in your own tone. So these are just some great presets that you can get started. Let's try a new metal one. Gain pretty much all the way up almost. Mids are low, bass is low, treble all the way up, presence down. So not bad there. And let's go ahead and just try out Fluff's preset. Gain's pretty maxed out. Bass very low on this. A mid boost, treble boost, presence down. Not bad, pretty high there. You would definitely need some of that bass behind you there in a mix setting. And then the Mesa high noon, exactly what you would think it would sound like. Let's go to Fluff's preset. So not too bad there. So as you can notice on all of these, there's no clean settings whatsoever. This is meant to be for a high gain setting pretty much only. You can obviously dial back the gain, but you're still going to get a little bit of that crunch. I have noticed in a lot of his videos, he's even made a joke about it. It seems like Fluff is a very big fan of the more or less kind of almost on the edge of breakup or not quite on the edge of breakup kind of clean sounds. He likes a little bit of that grit in there and not just an overall just clean sound. I'm the complete opposite. I would much rather a clean, but I understand where some people just don't want that, and it's perfectly fine because we are musicians. We are allowed to have whatever sound we want. So let's go ahead and make our own little preset here. I'm going to get this bass up just a little bit, and I'm going to set this to how I used to have my triple rectifier back in the day. And let's see if I can at least hear kind of what that used to sound like through this. And let's go ahead and go to the pedal board. Once again, we're going to turn this drive on. Going to boost his tone a little bit. Level is fine there. Let's get a little bit of noise gate going on in here. Let's see. So that is actually pretty damn close to what I used to be able to run through with the triple rectifier. I'm not sure exactly which one this is modeled after. I think as much as I love my Mesas, I'm terrible with the names on them. So maybe some kind of Road King or something. It's got the whole black profile going on, so not sure. I think it's just a special edition of the like dual rectifier, one of the ones he may have had back in the day. I know he's got one of the 90s versions now, so not sure there. Let's go ahead and throw on this reverb. We're just going to keep everything at noon, see what kind of... So it's actually pretty damn good. I'm actually very impressed by that. All right, I'm going to try not to butcher this. Yep, I butchered it. Oh well, get over it. So yeah, if you get the newer version, it does have the reverb on there. So overall, a pretty awesome plugin here. So again, you can basically get the home recording, whatever sounds you may want to get out of it. I know some people will probably even use this on a final recording or something that they would put out for their bands, anything like that. So we've got a great plugin here that's really, really useful, really, really easy to use. Again, it's just straightforward. You got your gain, bass, mid, treble, presence, master, any of that, outputs and inputs, pretty simple pedal board. I don't like that when you do this, you have to hit pedal board. I kind of wish you could just kind of click out of it, but you have to hit pedal board again to go back to this. I haven't tried. Okay, so I guess you can mess with your settings in and out, so maybe that would be why. I do know that in the future they plan to add some more, I believe like a delay, possibly like a fuzz, maybe a phaser, something in between. Not sure, but I know that their plan is to add more pedals to this. ML Sound Labs, since they dropped this, have come out with a few more plugins that I'll be reviewing soon for you guys. But yeah, so this is pretty awesome, easy. Again, so with the 5034, you get all of this for free. If you want to just go ahead and download that from the ML Sound Labs website, I will link that in the description below for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If there's anything else that you want to see from me, anything else from ML Sound Labs that you're really wanting me to try out there, just let me know. And that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for subscribing, listening to us. We will be back very, very soon with the podcast. We've got even a special episode on the way within a few weeks for you guys. So appreciate anybody who has checked that out and listened to it. And if you have anything else, put it in the comments down below. Thanks again. I am Chief Fredbeard, and have a great day.